Hi, I'm Mark Donovan from HomeAdditionPlus.com, and today I'm going to show you how to install a dimmer switch. However, before I begin, there's a couple things I want to warn you about. Number one, make sure you turn power off at the main circuit panel so you don't get yourself electrocuted. And two, make sure you buy the right dimmer switch for your lighting configuration. If you're on a single pole switch where the light is controlled only by one switch, you need a single pole dimmer switch. If your light can be controlled by two different switches, then you need a three-way switch. And finally, remember, dimmer switches are not supposed to be used with fluorescent light bulbs. So what we're going to do today is actually replace a faulty dimmer switch with a new dimmer switch assembly. We'll start by removing the faceplate cover. Next, we're going to remove the support screws that hold the old dimmer switch into the switch box. Now we'll pull the old dimmer switch out and the associated wiring. If you need a pair of pliers to pull them out, even those pliers you can, but in this case it's a nice open box. And we can see the three sets of wires that go from the main circuit panel or to other wire boxes in the house to the dimmer switch. So instead of removing the old switch altogether, we're first going to take the new dimmer switch and connect the green wire, which is the ground, to the bare copper wire in the outlet box. So just going to screw on a wire nut to connect the two wires together. So now we're going to disconnect the black line to the red line of the old dimmer switch, which was the power source coming from the circuit panel into the old switch. And we're actually going to connect it in this newer model to the other black wire. So we have two red wires and the one black wire. This one black wire is going to attach to the black wire that's the source of the power to the switch. Next, again on the old dimmer switch, we'll remove one of the black wires from the white wire coming from the outlet box and connect it to one of the red wires and the new dimmer switch. So next we'll remove the final black wire coming from the old dimmer switch from the red wire coming out of the switch box and connect this red wire to the second red wire on the new dimmer switch. And we just use a wire nut to tie the two red wires together. For added precaution, when I'm having a switch in a multi-switch outlet box, I like to have a little black tape or electrical tape on the end of the base of the wire nut and around the wires, just so there's no chance of the wires coming loose and becoming loose inside the circuit and potentially causing an electrical situation. So once we push the wires back into the box, we can use our fastening screws to mount the dimmer switch to the front of the switch box. Make sure when you're installing the dimmer switch into the switch box that you have the arrow going up so the switch is in the proper position. Now we're just mounting the faceplate cover over the dimmer switch. And once we complete this, we'll be able to turn power back on the circuit breaker and give our new dimmer switch a test. So now we'll give our new dimmer switch a test. And it looks like we've got ourselves a working dimmer switch here. So that's it. It took us about 30 minutes to complete the installation of this new dimmer switch. Dimmer switch will cost anywhere from $10 to $25 depending if it's a single pole or a three-way switch. But again, prior to starting this type of project, make sure you turn power off at the main circuit panel and test the switch to make sure it is indeed off before beginning this project. And again, dimmer switches are designed to work with incandescent bulbs and certain halogen bulbs, so don't try to install a dimmer switch in a fluorescent type application. So if you have any other home improvement questions, visit us at HomeAdditionPlus.com today.